All right, 7:32. We can get started now. I don't know if I know Megan or Lauren if you've done Bikram class before, but just so you know, I'll be leading you through the practice verbally. That's why I've pinned Juliann's video so you could kind of see her practice as well. And it's a 60-minute class. Just kind of try to enjoy it. I know we're not in the hot room. It's a little bit different, but it's always fun to kind of do something different. So just take your time by just finding some stillness. Bring your feet together for alignment. Just settling into your space, maybe closing your eyes. Grounding down as you press through the front and the back of the heels. Pull up on your thighs, engage your glutes. Interlace all 10 fingers. Glue your knuckles to your chin. Thumbs to your throat. And we'll begin with the breathing. Inhale, elbows rise. Use that chin and knuckles to create some resistance, length in the back of the neck as you fill the lungs, take in more. And then exhale as you try to keep that length in the back of the neck, looking back, palms, wrist, forearms, elbows come to touch as you squeeze out every last sip of air. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, chin down, elbows up. So slow, mindful movement, scanning the ceiling with your eyes, finding your own eyes in the front mirror, then filling the lungs as you take in more. And then exhale as you let it all go. So your spine is straight, waist is tight, hips are tight. Squeeze it out as those elbows come to touch. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, taking your time, slow, mindful breath. So the slower you go, the better you'll do as you fill the lungs from the bottom to the top, take in air from all 4 corners of the room and then hold it. And then exhale as you let it all go. So emptying the lungs completely, making room for fresh breath, fresh prana, fresh energy as you squeeze it all out, elbows touch. And then inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, taking your time. So you're filling the lungs from the bottom to the top as you scan the body, press through the heels, pull up on the thighs, engage the glutes, lift up out of the waist, feel your rib cage expand. And then exhale as you let it all go, emptying those lungs completely, making room for fresh breath, fresh prana, fresh energy. Really squeeze out every last sip. And then inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming to the last 2 breaths, taking your time, really filling those lungs. Pull up on your thighs, engage the glutes, lift up out of the waist, rib cage expands, take in more. And then exhale, let it all go, emptying the lungs completely, preparing for the second to last breath. So really squeeze it out, heart is lifted, spine is straight, elbows touch, and then inhale, second to last breath. Deepest breath of the day. When you feel like you cannot inhale anymore, continue the action of inhaling as you take in more and more and more. And then exhale, let it all go. Same thing here. When you feel like you can't exhale anymore, continue the action of exhaling. Really squeezing out every last sip, elbows touch, and then last breath, even deeper than the last. You're filling the lungs as you take in more and more and more. And then exhale and let it all go, emptying the lungs completely, getting rid of that stale air, anything you don't want, don't need, can't serve you. Really squeeze out every last sip as your elbows touch. And change arms along your side. Roll out your shoulders if you need, gentle movement to the neck if you need. And just finding that stillness in between poses. As we move to the first of our asanas, starting with Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, so feet together if they've moved. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Biceps squeeze the ears, palms squeeze together, lower abdominals are engaged as you lift up out of the pelvis, and then move left and right in that tic-tac motion. So you're just checking in both sides of the body, seeing where you are today. Knowing that you're your own best teacher now is especially important to remember that. So listening to your body. Beautiful. After you pass through each side one more time, we'll meet in the center. And then checking in on that alignment once again. So press through the front and the back of the heels. Pull up on the thighs, engage the glutes. Lower abdominals are engaged, biceps squeeze, palms squeeze as you stretch up, and come on over to the right. So hips are pressing to the left, beyond your feet, beyond your flexibility. Neck is visible in the front mirror or whatever you're looking at. Breathing normally in and out through your nose. Making sure those lower abs stay engaged so you stay lifted up out of the pelvis, staying long through both sides of the torso as you continuously press those hips to the left side of the room. Grounding down through the left heel. So feel the stretch from your left heel all the way through your fingertips as your arms come back slightly. So reaching for that back right corner of the room. Beautiful. Bring that left hip forward slightly, using those lower abdominals. And then mindfully bring that right shoulder forward, working to keep hips, shoulders in one line. As you inhale, find length. Exhale as you come down to push and push and push. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Check that alignment once again. Press to the front and back of the heels. Pull up on the thighs, engage the glutes, lower abs engage, biceps, palms squeeze, stretch up, and come on over to the left. Again, reaching up and over, so staying long through both sides of the torso as you continuously press those hips to the right side of the room. Those lower abs are helping to keep you lifted out of the pelvis, long through both sides of the torso. Neck is visible, so the chin is slightly lifted as you breathe in and out through the nose, grounding down through the right heel this time, so you feel that stretch from your right heel all the way through your fingertips, arms come back slightly. Mindfully bringing forward that left shoulder. And then using those lower abs to bring that right hip forward. Nice inhale as you find length. Exhale as you come down to push and push and push and change. Beautiful. Come back up to the center. Keep those arms locked out. Keep length in the back of the neck as you look back for the back wall. So your heart is lifted, arms are locked out. Reaching up, try to touch that ceiling and then trace the ceiling with your pointer fingers, reaching up and back as you draw a line straight on the ceiling towards that back wall. Keeping that heart lifted because you really want to feel the stretch in your upper and middle back first before we feel it all the way down the spine. So being mindful of that lower back as you lift your heart and reach back. Lift your heart and go back. Lift your heart and reach back, look back, go back, way back. And change. Slowly come up, taking your time. Once you're at this top, lift up out of the pelvis, and then bend the knees as much as you need to come down with a nice long spine. So you're lengthening all the way down, take your time. And once your hands touch the floor, then we're shaking it out. So squatting, bouncing, coming up on your toes. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Whatever movement it is your body's calling for, once again, you are your own best teacher. Getting out those snaps, crackles, and pops. I can't hear them right now, but I'm sure they're happening. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. Nice, and then we'll prepare together. So feet are together if they've moved. Then here you're gonna bend the knees as much as you need to lay your torso long over your thighs. Chest comes to your knees. And then the goal here is to grab your heels from behind with all 10 fingers, elbows as close together as possible. If you don't have that grip, totally fine. Maybe you have the outsides of your feet for now, wherever you are. Just noticing and working towards the next step. And here your face and shins are together if you can. If not, relax the head. Begin to press the body against the legs till you come to that first place of resistance. So you feel a tremendous stretch down the back of your legs. Settling into that space for a few moments. Again, remember, face and shins are together. If you don't have it, relax the head. No tension in the neck. We're lengthening the spine here. Then relax those hips up to the ceiling. Nice, Julianne. Roll body weight towards the balls of your feet. And then wrap the elbows tight, closer around the calves, so the elbows as close together as possible. As you pull in the heels, tremendous strength. Think about the crown of your head touching the top of the feet. Body and legs together, pull those heels. Try to lock those knees. And change. Slowly come out with a nice long spine. So arms and ears together, you're lengthening out. We'll meet at the top. And change. Arms along your side. Take a breath. Beautiful. Second set, inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, release the index fingers, cross the thumbs. Check that alignment, so press through the front and the back of the heels, pull up on the thighs, engage the glutes, lower abs, engage biceps, palms, squeeze, stretch, up, up, and come on over to the right. Again, reaching up and over, keeping long through both sides of the torso. Continuously pressing those hips towards the left side of the room. Beautiful, make sure that neck is visible, so chin's slightly lifted, biceps, palms squeezing, keep pressing those hips over to the left. Arms come back slightly. And then mindfully bring that right shoulder forward. Lower abdominals, bring that left hip forward. Nice. Inhale as you find length. Exhale as you come down to push and push and push. And change. Come to the center. Check that alignment again. Press through the front and the back of the heels. Pull up on the thighs. Engage the glutes, lower abs. Engage biceps, palms. Squeeze, stretch, up, up. Come on over to the left this time. Again, reaching up and over. So you're trying to stay long through both sides of the torso. Pressing those hips to the right side of the room. Neck is visible. Breathing in and out through the nose. Biceps and palms are squeezing. Grounding down through that right heel. As you mindfully bring that left shoulder forward. Use your lower abs to bring the right hip forward. Inhale to find length. Exhale, come down to push and push and push. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Keep some length in the back of the neck as you look back for that wall behind you. Arms are locked out. Reach up, try to touch the ceiling, and then trace the ceiling with your pointer fingers as you reach back for that back wall. So heart is lifted as you reach back. Heart is lifted as you look back. Heart is lifted as you go back, reach back, look back, way back. Nice. Change. Slowly come back to the top. Take your time. Once you're at the top, lift up out of the pelvis and then bend the knees as needed to come down with that long spine. So lengthening all the way down. Beautiful. Once you're down there, hands touch the floor. We're shaking it out again. And just finding that movement, squatting, bouncing, coming up on your toes, shake your head yes, shake your head no. Get out those snaps, crackles, and pops. And you know what your body needs right now. Nice, and then we'll prepare together. So feet together if they've moved. Bend the knees as needed. Lay your torso long over your spine. So think about your lower belly and your upper thighs, chest all the way down to your knees. And then the goal is to grab the heels from behind, all 10 fingers. Elbows as close together as possible. Begin to press your body against your legs. So coming to that first place of resistance. Tremendous stretch to the back of your legs. Your knees might still be bent. Again, we're lengthening the spine here. Face and shins are together if you can. If not, relax the head, let it hang. Just settle into that stretch for a few moments. Maybe it's a little bit deeper than last time. And then relax your hips towards the ceiling. Roll body weight towards the balls of your feet. And wrap those elbows closer together around the calves. As you pull on the heels, tremendous strength. Pulling is the object of stretching. Think about the crown of your head touching the top of the feet. Pull on those heels. Try to lock those knees one last time. And change. Slowly come out with a nice long spine, arms and ears together, lengthening all the way up. And change. Arms along your side. Take a breath. Nice job. Next, moving into awkward pose. So feet are together if they've moved, and then you're stepping to the right about 6 inches. You can drop down and measure at 2 fist width distance if you'd like. Make sure your feet are in line with your hip points, not your outer hips. You want a pretty narrow step, and make sure your feet are on straight. Arms are locked out in front of you, so fingers are squeezing together. And then sitting down low, reaching your hips back for that back wall. Arms are reaching forward, working your thighs parallel to the floor. So body weight is in the heels. Heart is lifted, arms are reaching forward, hips are reaching back. Working one day to get those thighs parallel to the floor, trying to keep equal distance between your feet, knees, thighs, the entire posture. As you maybe sit down a little bit lower, lift your heart a little bit higher, and then isometrically separate the knees from one another for the glutes kick in as you sit down 1 more inch. And change, slowly reverse out, arms remain strong. Once you're at the top, engage your core. Feel length through the crown. Lift up out of the pelvis as you come up high on the toes. Draw your tailbone down to the earth and then sit down as low as you can go while coming as high on the toes as you can go, keeping those shoulders stacked over your hips. So as soon as your upper back starts to pitch forward, back out of it a little bit. That's your posture today. You want those shoulders over your hips. Nice, maybe coming up higher on the right toes. If you won't compromise the posture, higher on the left toes. Maybe sitting down one more inch. Nice job. And change, reverse out. Arms remain strong, take your time. Once you're at the top, heels down, squeeze the thighs together. Draw the tailbone to the earth, and then thighs squeezing with a nice flat back, slowly sitting down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Thighs are squeezing. Maybe the knees come forward slightly, so you're keeping those shoulders stacked over the hips. And those thighs are squeezing, making sure you have that half-inch gap between your hips and your heels, so you're not resting on the heels. If you have okay knees and ankles, maybe bouncing a few times as you hold it on the upswing. And then squeezing the thighs with a nice flat back. Come out slower than you want to. Take your time. Heels down, feet together, arms along your side. And breathe. Beautiful. Second set. Step to the right. Right back into that footprint. So your feet are on straight, 6 inches between them. Drop down and measure it if you'd like. Arms are locked out in front of you. Fingers are squeezing together. And then we're getting right into it. Sitting down low, reaching those hips back. Try to touch your butt on that wall behind you. Try to touch the wall in front of you with those fingertips. Keep your heart lifted. Working those thighs parallel to the floor. Body weight is in the heel, so the toes are nice and light on the ground. Maybe sitting down a little bit lower. Maybe lifting your heart a little bit higher, and then isometrically separating the knees from one another. Feel the glutes kick in, lift your heart again. And change, reverse out, arms stay strong. Once you're at the top, engage your core, lift up out of the pelvis, find length through the crown, and come high on the toes. Draw your tailbone to the earth, and then sit down as low as you can go while coming as high on the toes as you can go. Shoulders stay stacked over hips. As soon as the upper body pitches forward, back out of it. You want those shoulders over the hips. Nice, maybe coming up higher on those right toes, higher on the left toes. And change, reverse out, arms are strong. Heels are down, squeeze the knees together, draw the tailbone to the earth. And then with a nice flat back, thighs squeezing, slowly sitting down, your own honest 10 count. So you're taking your time. Slower than you want to. Thighs are squeezing. Nice flat back. Once you're down there, making sure to keep that half-inch gap between your hips and your heels. Maybe the knees come forward slightly here. Shoulders over hips. Make sure you have that gap between your hips and your heels. So you're not resting, you're active. And if you have okay knees and ankles, bouncing a few times. Hold it on the upswing. And then squeeze your thighs to bring you all the way out. With control. Awesome. Heels down. Feet together, arms along your side, and breathe. Beautiful. Next we have eagle, our last posture before the water break, starting with your feet together. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Identify right and left arm. Right arm twist wraps underneath left, palms to prayer. Pull down on the elbows, work the fingertips below your nose, and then sit down low, reach your hips way back. Right leg comes high up over left leg. Thighs squeeze, toes point. Beautiful. Keeping those thighs squeezing, toes pointed, and arms squeezing, no matter where you are in the posture. Maybe sitting down 1 more inch, lifting your heart a little bit higher. Nice change. Inhale, arms overhead, right into the other side. Left arm, twist wraps underneath right. Palms to prayer. Pull down on the elbows, work the fingertips below your nose, and then sit down low, reach those hips way back. Left leg high up over right leg. Beautiful. Again, thighs are squeezing, toes are pointed, heart is lifted. You might not have the wrap. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Again, you're working towards the next step. Make sure those toes are pointing, setting the energy in the direction if you don't have the wrap. Arms are squeezing, heart is lifted, maybe sitting down 1 more inch. and change. Inhale, arms overhead, right into the second set. So right arm twist wraps underneath left, palms to prayer. Pull down on the elbows, work the fingertips below your nose, sit down low, reach your hips way back. And right leg high up over left leg. Thighs squeeze, toes point, heart lifts. This time we're checking the alignment a little bit more, so the knees might come slightly over to the right. Maybe bring that left shoulder down slightly. So you're squaring off your shoulders and your hips as you squeeze your thighs, squeeze your arms, lift your heart one more time. Beautiful. Change. Inhale, arms overhead, right into the left side, left arm. Twist wraps underneath right, palms to prayer. Pull down on the elbows, work the fingertips below your nose, sit down low, reach your hips way back. And left leg comes up high over right leg. Thighs squeeze, toes point, heart lifts. You have all of those elements, no matter where you are in the posture. Maybe sitting down a little bit lower, and then this time checking the alignment, so knees to the left. Maybe right shoulder comes down slightly. Square those hips and shoulders as you sit down lower. Lift your heart one more time. And change. Inhale, arms overhead. Beautiful job. Arms along your side. Take a breath. And time for your first water break, if you'd like. For the rest of the class, have water when you'd like. Just please try not to do so in the middle of postures. Not just finding stillness once you're done with your water. So taking that moment, finding your focus once again. Moving into the balancing series now. So just connecting with yourself, connecting with your breath, grounding down through both feet. As we move into standing head to knee. So right thigh comes up parallel to the floor. As you suck your stomach in, lift up out of the pelvis, and then round down to grab that right foot from underneath. Thumbs are included in the grip. Now the foot should be light in your hands. It should not be dragging you down. If it is, arms along your side and use your core to keep that leg lifted. Everybody, wherever you are in the posture, you're working on that standing leg. So continuously pulling up on the left thigh, engaging the glute, creating that strong, stable base in that standing leg. If the standing leg is completely locked out, not bent, moving, wobbling, or shaking, and the foot is light in your hands, then and only then you're moving on as you stand up and kick out with the right leg. So heel is energizing forward. Toes are coming back towards your face, working to one day lock out both legs completely. Both legs are locked out, elbows are coming down and around the calf. Everybody balance exactly where they are for 3, 2, 1, and change. Slowly come out with control. Nice, Kim, feet together, arms along your side, take a breath. Beautiful, grounding down through both feet. We'll take it to the other side, just let go of the first side, moving on to the second side. Left thigh comes up parallel to the floor. Suck your stomach in, lift up out of the pelvis, round down, grab that left foot from underneath. Thumbs are included in the grip, so thumbs are below the toes. Again, the foot here should be light in your hands. If it's dragging you down, arms along your side, use that core to keep the leg lifted. You can stay in the first part of the posture. It's totally okay. Everybody's working on the standing leg wherever you are. So pull up on that right thigh, engage the glute, create that strong, stable base. If the standing leg is locked and the foot is light in your hands, then and only then you're moving on as you stand up and kick out with the left leg. So heels energizing forward, toes coming back towards your face, working to one day lock out both legs completely. Both legs are locked out and you're moving on, and elbows come down and around the calf. Everybody's balancing exactly where they are for 3, 2, 1, and change. Slowly come out with control. Nice control, feet together, arms along your side, take a breath. Nice, find that stillness, that focus. As we move into the second set, we'll be moving a little faster this time. Grounding down through both feet. Right thigh comes up parallel to the floor. Suck your stomach in, lift up out of the pelvis, round down, grab that right foot from underneath, thumbs are included. If the standing leg is locked, foot is light in your hands, then and only then you're standing up as you kick out with the right leg. So heel is energizing forward, toes are coming back towards your face. Both legs are locked out and you're moving on, then elbows come down and around the calf. If you're moving to the final expression, begin to shift your gaze to the floor as your chin comes to your chest. Forehead to your knee. For 3, 2, 1. and change. Slowly with control, reverse out. Same way you came in, feet together, arms along your side. Take that breath. Find that stillness, even between sides. Nice, ground down through both feet. Then we have left side, last side. Left thigh comes up parallel to the floor. Suck your stomach in, lift up out of the pelvis, and round down. Grab that left foot from underneath. Again, you can stay in the first part. That's perfectly fine. You're doing all the work here, getting all the benefits as you work on that standing leg. Everybody's on the standing leg. Pull up on the right thigh, engage the glute. If the standing leg is locked and you have the foot light in your hands, then only then you're moving on as you stand up and kick out with the left leg. Heel forward, toes back. Both legs are locked out. Elbows come down and around the calf. Bring those elbows in, Kim. Yes, if you're working towards the last step of the posture, begin to shift your gaze to the floor. Chin to chest, forehead to knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Slowly come out with control, feet together, arms along your side, and breathe. Beautiful. Moving into standing bow next, so finding that stillness, that focus, we're still balancing here. Right arm comes out, elbow touches the body, pick up that right foot from underneath with an inside grip. Big toe side of the foot. Two knees come together in one line. Left arm stretches up towards the ceiling, palm is facing forward, same direction as your eyes. Feel that energy from your heel all the way through your fingertips. Begin to kick back with that right leg as you reach up with the left arm, continuously feeling that energy. When you can't kick back anymore, you're kicking back and up, so reaching up with that left arm, creating that length, creating that bow. Once you have your bow, then begin to bring your body down halfway. So chin and left shoulder are touching. Eyeballs are balancing on your fingertips. No worries if you fall out, get right back in. But the more you kick, the more you reach, the more balanced you'll be. So that opposition of kicking and strength and your flexibility, letting that right shoulder go behind you, creating that twist with the upper body. Maybe starting to see those right toes coming over your head as you continuously kick harder, kick higher, and balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Nice job. Kick to come out, feet together, arms along your side. Take a breath. Find that stillness. You're doing great. And we'll take it to the other side. Left arm comes out, elbow touches the body. Pick up that left foot from underneath. Inside grip. Big toe side of the foot. Right arm stretches up towards the ceiling, palm faces forward. One line of energy, right heel through right fingertips, the entire posture. Find that focus. You're the only thing that matters right now. Begin to kick back with the left leg as you reach up with that right arm, still following that one line of energy. When you can't kick back anymore, kicking back and up. So reaching up the right arm. Once you have your bow, body comes down halfway. So chin and right shoulder touch. Eyeballs are balancing, laser beam focus. You've got this. You're the only thing that matters. Keep reaching, keep kicking. Let that left shoulder go behind you, creating that twist. Start to see those left toes coming over your head as you continue to kick harder, kick higher, and balance. 4, 3, 2, 1. And change. Nice job. Kick to come out, feet together, arms along your side. Find that stillness. Find your breath. And we have second set, a little bit faster this time. Right arm comes out, elbow touches the body. Pick up the right foot from underneath, inside grip. Left arm stretches up towards the ceiling, palm faces the mirror, one line of energy. Begin to kick back with the right leg as you reach up with the left arm. Then kicking back and up, so reaching up with that left arm. Once you have your bow, body comes down halfway. Maybe that chin and left shoulder are touching, eyeballs are balancing, equally reaching and kicking. You've got this. Kick harder, kick higher and balance. You've got this. 3, 2, 1. And change. Nice, Juliann. Kick to come out, feet together, arms along your side. Take a breath. Left side, last side. Left arm comes out, elbow touches the body. Pick up that left foot, big toe side of the foot. 2 knees in one line. Right arm stretches up towards the ceiling, palm faces the mirror, one line of energy. Laser beam focus from here. Begin to kick back with the left leg as you reach up with that right arm. When you can't kick back anymore, kicking back and up. So reaching up with the right arm, you got this. You look awesome. Keep reaching. Keep kicking. Eyeballs balance. Maybe starting to see those left toes coming over your head as you kick harder. You've got this. Kick higher. You've got this. 3, 2, 1. And change. Nice job. Kick to come out, feet together, arms along your side. Take a breath. Nice. Come to the back of your mat and towel for balancing stick. We only have one set of this. Let's make it good. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, interlace all 10 fingers. Release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Biceps squeeze, palms squeeze, step forward on the right foot. Pick up the left toes off the floor, find the balance first, stretch up, then come down stretching. Body comes down parallel to the floor. Every muscle in your body is engaged. A tight body is a light body. Biceps are squeezing. Left toes are pointed. You're stretching forward, stretching back. Body down, leg up. Keep that left hip down. Left hip down, stretch forward, stretch back. And change. Feet together, arms remain strong. Biceps, palms squeeze. Step forward on the left foot. Pick up the right toes off the floor. Find the balance. Stretch up, then come down stretching. Again, body comes down parallel to the floor. Every muscle is engaged. A tight body is a light body. Keep that right hip down. Right toes pointed. Stretch forward, stretch back. Body down, leg up, right hip down, stretch forward, stretch back. And change. Feet together. Arms along your side. Take a breath. Beautiful. Now is a great time for a water break if you'd like. And then we're going to turn and come to the left side of your mat. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to flow the next few postures together, starting with your feet together. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Take a big step to the right. Arms come down parallel to the floor. So feet are parallel to one another, or pigeon-toed in slightly. Heart is lifted as you look forward and a swan dive down. So you're lengthening all the way down. Once you're down there, the goal is to grab the heels from behind. If you don't have that, that's totally fine. Maybe you have the outsides of your feet. Maybe your hands are even on the floor in front of you. You're also lengthening the spine here. So if you have to round deep into the spine to get the heels or the feet, have those hands on the floor in front of you. If you need to take a micro bend in the knees, you can do that as well. But if you have that grip on your heels or the outside of your feet with a long spine, you're pulling. Elbows are going up and back as you pull your body through your legs. So you're energizing your heart to the floor. Thinking about one day, hairline touching the floor in between the feet as you pull on those heels. Elbows up and back, energize your heart, hairline down to the floor. Maybe one day touching that hairline if you're close. And change, slowly reverse out, long spine, lengthening all the way up. And we'll be flowing into triangle. We only have 60 minutes here, so we're doing the flow. Beautiful, and then pivoting on your heels, so right toes face the right knee, same direction, left toes come in slightly. Lean left and bounce right. So you're bouncing down, working that right thigh parallel to the floor. Getting down nice and low. Make sure that knee is stacked over the heel. If it's not, take a wider step. Once you're down there, rotate thumbs up to the ceiling and then moving only your arms, right arm in front of right leg. Left arm stretches up towards the ceiling. So arms are reaching, stretching opposite directions, immediately making sure that left leg is engaged. So pulling up on that left thigh, engaging the glute as you ground down through the pinky toe side of that left foot. If it's okay for your neck, shifting that gaze to the ceiling. So focusing that one point on the ceiling, reaching up those left fingertips, try to touch the ceiling. And then keeping that right knee stable, gently pressing into the right leg. Find that twist with the upper body at the end. And change, slowly reverse out. Arms are strong, straighten that right leg, pivot on the heels. Left toes face that back wall, right toes come in slightly. Lean right this time, bounce left. Get that left thigh parallel to the floor, bounce down nice and low. Once you're down there, rotate your thumbs up to the ceiling and then moving only your arms, left arm in front of that left leg. So arms are reaching, stretching opposite directions. Maybe shifting that gaze towards the ceiling if you can. Making sure that right leg is immediately and always engaged through this posture. So you're pulling up on that right thigh, engaging the glute. You're staying strong through the legs here, the entire posture. Ground down through the pinky toe side of that right foot. And then keeping that left knee stable. Gently press into the left leg. Find that twist with the upper body at the end. And change. Slowly reverse out, straighten that left leg. Pivot on the heels so feet are parallel. Right foot steps in about a foot, arms overhead, palms to prayer. So you want about 3 feet between your feet. Palms in prayer, and then pivot on your heels to face forward. So arms are overhead, yes. Pivot on your heels, face forward. Get those hips squared off. Body back, chin to chest, and do round down. So you're curling, rounding all the way down. Chin's tight into the chest. Rounding all the way down. Once you're down there, you're bending into the knee, getting that forehead and knee connection. So you can either keep your hands in prayer or press into the mat with your hands, working a higher part of the forehead and a higher part of your thigh. Maybe pressing into the mat with that right leg, squaring off your hips to the ceiling, keeping your eyes open as you inhale, watch your belly expand. Exhale, watch your belly contract. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. Then use your core hands to prayer. Lock out that leg and slowly round up. Left hip forward, round all the way up. Beautiful. Once you're at the top, pivot on the heels, face the side and then the back wall. Hips come around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many times as you need to square them off. Body comes back, chin comes to your chest, and you curl down, rounding all the way down, like you're curling up your yoga mat, nice and tight, chin's tight into the chest. Once you're down there, bend in the knee as much as you need to get that forehead and knee connection. Again, forehead's pressing into the knee. If your hands are separated on the mat, use them to your advantage. Press into the mat with your hairline to your thigh. And to keep your eyes open as you watch yourself breathe. Inhale, watch your belly expand. Exhale, belly contracts. Inhale, watch your belly expand. Exhale, belly contracts. Use your core as your hands come to prayer. Lock out that leg and slowly round up. Right hip forward. Right hip forward. Right hip forward, head up last. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels, face this side. Right foot steps in, arms along your side, and take a breath. Beautiful, nice active flow. And we have second set of that. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Take that big step to the right. Arms come down parallel to the floor. Feet are parallel to one another or pigeon-toed in slightly. Heart is lifted as you look forward and swan dive down. Again, lengthening all the way down. Beautiful. Once you're down there, the goal is to grab your heels from behind. If you don't have that grip, again, that's okay. Maybe the outsides of your feet, maybe your hands are on the floor in front of you, working on lengthening the spine here as well. If you do have that grip on your heels, you're pulling on the heels. Elbows are going up and back. Pulling your body through your legs as you energize your heart to the floor, thinking one day hairline will touch the floor in between your feet. Nice. And change. Slowly come out with a nice long spine. Lengthen all the way up. Once you're at the top, we're flowing right into triangle. So pivot on the heels, right toes face the front. Left toes come in slightly. Lean left and bounce right. Again, checking with that knee. You want that 90-degree angle. Bounce down nice and low. Once you're down there, rotate thumbs up to the ceiling and then moving only your arms. Right arm in front of right leg. Left arm stretches up towards the ceiling, making sure your legs are engaged. Pull up on the left thigh and engage that glute. Strong legs, the entire posture, that strong, stable base. Arms are reaching, stretching opposite directions. And keeping that right knee stable. Gently press into the right leg. Find a twist with the upper body at the end. And change. Slowly reverse out. Arms strong, straighten the right leg. Pivot on the heels. Left toes face the back wall. Right toes come in slightly. Lean right. Bounce left. Work that left thigh parallel to the floor. Get down nice and low. Check in for that 90-degree angle. If you have to take that wider step, now's the time to do it. And then rotate thumbs to the ceiling, moving only your arms. Left arm in front of left leg. Right arm stretches up. Arms are stretching, reaching opposite directions. Right leg is engaged. Pull up on that right thigh. Engage the glute. Right, nice, strong, stable base. Arms stretching opposite directions. There's no body weight in that left elbow or hand. Then keeping that left knee stable. Gently press into the left leg. Find a twist with the upper body at the end. And change. Slowly reverse out. Take your time. Straighten that left leg. Pivot on the heels. Feet are parallel. Right foot steps in about a foot. Arms overhead. Palms to prayer. And then pivot on your heels to face the front. Hips come around as many times as you need. Square them off. Body comes back. Chin comes to your chest. And you curl down. Rounding all the way down. Chin's tight into the chest. Nice. Once you're down there, bend the knee. Make sure you get that forehead and knee connection. So forehead's pressing into the knee, working to lock out the leg. If the hands are separated on the mat, you're pressing into the mat, working your hairline to your thigh. And your eyes are open. Inhale, watch your belly expand. Exhale, watch your belly contract. Inhale, watch your belly expand. Exhale, watch your belly contract. Nice, then using your core, hands to prayer. Lock out your leg, keep that left hip forward as you slowly round out. Take your time. Once you're at the top, pivot on your heels, face this side, then the back wall. Hips come around as many times as you need. Square them off, body back, chin to chest, and you round down. Round and curling all the way down. Take your time. Once you're down there, bend the knee as needed. Get that forehead and knee compression. That's what we're working here. The hands are separate on the floor. Press into the mat. Work your hairline to your thigh. Eyes are open and watch yourself. Inhale as the belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. Inhale, watch your belly expand. Exhale, belly contracts. Then using your core, hands to prayer. Lock out that leg. And slowly round up. Right hip forward, head up last. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels, face the side. Right foot steps in. Arms along your side. Take a breath. Nice. Roll, turn to face the front. We have tree flowing into toe, and then we're on the floor for the rest of the class. So just finding your focus once again. The last of our balancing postures here. So connecting with yourself, with your breath, grounding down through both feet. And right foot comes high on the left thigh. So sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Heel in line with the navel as you relax that right knee down. Don't force it. Nice. If you could balance there, maybe your right hand comes to prayer. Maybe your left hand comes to prayer. Tailbone draws to the earth. Shoulder blades down the back as you lengthen through the crown. If you're moving to toe, begin to shift your gaze to the floor, 4 feet in front of you as you hinge forward from the pelvis. If you're staying in tree, continue to lengthen through the crown. Going into toe, once your hands touch the floor, it's safe to take the body weight into your hands, bend into your knee. Sit your hips back towards the heel. And gently walk the hands to either side of your body. Maybe one or both hands comes to prayer here. Maybe lift your gaze as you lift up off of the heel. Nice job, toes. Trees stay strong. Toes slowly come out the same way you came in. We'll meet at the top. And change. Slowly reverse out the same way you came in. Right knee forward. Shake it out. Feet together. Arms along your side. Take that breath. Find that stillness. Ground down through both feet. And then we'll take it to the other side. Left foot high on the right thigh. Sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Heel in line with the navel. Relax the left knee down. Maybe your left hand comes to prayer. Maybe your right. Tailbone draws down to the earth. Shoulder blades down your back as you lengthen through the crown. If you're moving into toe, shift your gaze to the floor, 4 feet in front of you as you hinge forward from the pelvis. Once your hands touch the floor, it's safe to take the body weight into the hands, bend into the knee, sit your hips back toward your heel. And gently walk the hands to either side of you. Maybe one or both hands comes to prayer. Maybe you lift your gaze as you lift up off of the heel. Nice job, toes. Trees stay strong. Toes slowly come out the same way you came in. We'll meet at the top. And change. Left leg comes forward. Shake it out. Feet together, arms along your side. Take a breath. Bow to yourselves, honor yourselves as you turn around to lie down for our first Shavasana. So we have a very quick Shavasana here, as we only have 60 minutes this evening. So just being mindful that Shavasana here is one of our 26 postures. So doing your best to find your stillness in the correct form as quickly as possible. Heels are touching, toes are relaxed out, arms along your side, palms facing up. And your eyes are open, so you're staying focused, staying present. As you inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. We'll begin the floor series with wind removing pose. So begin by bending into the right knee as you interlace all 10 fingers. Grabbing 2 inches below the knee at the shin, pulling that right knee down and back. That left foot is flexed, so that's helping to keep the left thigh connected to the earth. Pulling that right knee down and back. Maybe pulling harder with the left bicep. Keeping both shoulders glued to the earth. As you pull, squeeze, and freeze. And change, release the right leg. Bend into the left leg. So again, grabbing 2 inches below the knee at the shin. So you're pulling that left knee down and back. Right foot is flexed this time. So heels forward, toes are back. Pulling hard with the right bicep, keeping that right shoulder glued to the earth. As you pull, squeeze, and freeze. And change, release the left leg. Both knees come in, give yourself a nice tight hug. So grabbing opposite elbows. Chin is slightly tucked in, lengthening the back of the neck on the floor, pulling those knees down and back. Lengthening from the tailbone all the way through your neck. Continuously pulling the entire time, pulling so hard maybe your hips are trying to pop up off the floor as you pull, squeeze, and freeze. And change, release the legs, arms along your side, and breathe. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Beautiful. Next, we have our first Bikram sit-up. So legs are together, arms overhead. Cross your thumbs, flex your feet, tighten your seat. Deep breath in and sit up. Double jerk, double exhale. Beautiful. We're going to turn around to combine our bellies. As we start with camel, we're going to be flowing the next group of postures together. So palms are underneath your shoulders, pinky fingers in line with the deltoids. Chin is out on the mat, legs are locked out. Exhale the breath out of your lungs. And on the inhale, begin to peel your ribs up off the floor, so elbows are in tight. Lower back is working, legs are working, so legs are active, tops of the feet are pressing into the mat, elbows in tighter as you lift up higher, look up higher, peel one more rib up. And change, slowly come down, tap your chin, get those arms headed underneath you, so palms are facing the mat. You want your arms down, palms facing the mat. Begin by relaxing that left leg completely, locking out the right leg. Point those right toes, press the body weight forward into the shoulders without bending the knee. Right leg comes up. So you're pressing that mat away from you. Right leg is lifted. Body weight's in the shoulders. Leg comes up higher. Lift up higher. Come up one more inch. And change. Release that right leg. Relax it completely. Lock out the left leg. Point those left toes. Press the body weight into the shoulders without bending the knee. Left leg comes up. And keeping those toes pointed, pressing the body weight into the shoulders. So it feels like you're sliding that mat towards the back wall. Left leg comes up higher. Lift it one more inch. And change, slowly release. Turn your face down so you're kissing your mat towel. Get those arms hidden closer underneath you. So palms are facing the mat. Walk those fingertips closer to the knees. Press the body weight completely forward into the shoulders without bending the knees. Both legs come up. Body weight's in the shoulders. Again, feels if you're sliding that mat towards the back wall. Lift up higher, come up higher, hold it one more inch. And change, slowly release the legs. Release your arms out to T. Legs are locked out, coming into full locust here. Exhale the breath out of your lungs, and on the inhale, lift up, fly up, legs up, arms up, head up, chest up. Everything comes up off the earth. You're flying higher, chest is higher, look up higher, go up higher, fly up higher. And change, slowly come down, tap your chin on the mat, bend into the knees, and then grab the feet from the outside. Keep those knees as close together as possible. Chin is out on the mat. Exhale the breath out of your lungs, and then on the inhale, begin to kick up. So you're continuously kicking up as you look up. Coming to the flat part of your stomach and kick. Looking up, trying to see those toes over your head as you kick. Knees together as you kick. See those toes one more time as you kick. And change, slowly release. Release the legs, release the arms. Look to the right, left ear rests. Belly down, Shavasana. Inhale, your back rises. Exhale, your back falls. Inhale, back rises. Exhale, back falls. Beautiful. We have second set, starting with camel. So palms come underneath your shoulders, pinky fingers in line with the deltoids, elbows are tight into the body. Chin is out on the mat, legs are locked out. Exhale the breath out of your lungs, and on the inhale, begin to peel your ribs up. Elbows are in tight. Legs are active, lower back's active, look up higher, lift up higher, come up higher, peel one more rib up, and change. Slowly come down, moving into half locust, arms come underneath your body, palms are facing the earth. Roll left and right, get those arms hidden in closer underneath you. Chins out on the mat for the first two parts of this. Begin by relaxing that left leg, lock out your right leg, point the toes, press the body weight forward into the shoulders without bending into the knee. Right leg comes up. So keep pressing that mat away from you. Right leg comes up higher, more body weight in the shoulders, lift up higher, come up higher, hold it, and change. Slowly release that right leg, lock out the left leg. Point those left toes, press the body weight forward into the shoulders without bending the knee. Left leg comes up. Again, left toes are pointed, body weight's in the shoulders, lift up higher. Come up higher, hold it one more inch, and change. Release that left leg. Get those arms hitting closer underneath you. Elbows close together as possible. Your face is down for this. Make sure not to move your head when you're in this position. So you're kissing your mat and towel. Arms are hidden underneath you. Legs are locked out. Body weight's in the shoulders. Press the body weight as forward into the shoulders as you can, and without bending the knees, both legs come up. So body weight's in the shoulders. Legs are coming up higher. Lift up higher. Come up one more inch and hold it. And change. Slowly release the legs, arms out to T, chins out on the mat. Legs are locked out. Exhale the breath out of your lungs, and on the inhale, fly up. Legs, arms, head, chest, everything comes up. Chest is up higher, legs up higher. Only your hips are on the floor. As you look up higher, go up higher, fly up higher. And change. Slowly come down, tap your chin, bend into your knees. Grab the feet from the outside. So here you're trying to keep the knees as close together as you can the entire posture. Chin is out on the mat. Begin to exhale the breath out of the lungs, and on the inhale, begin to kick up. So keeping those knees together as you kick up. Looking up, where you look, your body will go. So try to see those toes over your head as you kick up higher. Look up higher, kick up higher, come to the flat part of your stomach and kick, kick, kick. And change, slowly come down. Tap your chin, release the legs, release your arms, look to the left, and Shavasana. Inhale, back rises. Exhale, back falls. Inhale, back rises. Exhale, back falls. Beautiful. So then palms come underneath your shoulders as you press yourself up to a seated position, coming into fixed firm pose. So here, if you know what you're doing, can do it safely. Feel free to move forward, otherwise I'll be talking you through it. So you're sitting your hips back towards your heels, separating your feet to frame your hips. Now, if your hips are on the floor, so it's like Virasana, Kim. Separating your feet to frame your hips. Beautiful. If your hips are not on the floor, if there's any pain in the knees, then keep the body weight forward into the hands to support you. If your hips are on the floor, no pain in the knees, right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot, right elbow down, left elbow down, top of your head down, back of your head down, shoulders down. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows overhead. If you're all the way down there, need more of a challenge, maybe walking those knees closer to one another. Maybe walking the shoulder blades closer to your hips. Sending breath to any tight areas. And change. Slowly come up. Same way you came in, take your time. As soon as you're up, turn around to lie down, Shavasana. So getting that fresh oxygenated blood to rush through the body. Coming back to your breath as you inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And we have another sit up. Let's make it strong, legs together, arms overhead. Cross your thumbs, flex your feet, tighten your seat. Deep breath in, sit up, double direct, double exhale. Nice, turn around to sit on your knees as you come to the back of your mat for half tortoise. You're gonna be flowing these next few postures together as well, so hips are back towards the heels. Inhale, arms overhead, palms to prayer, cross your thumbs. Engage those back muscles, so maybe that means finding a slight back bend, and then use the strength of your back to bring your body down with a nice long spine. So you're slowly coming down, lengthening the spine. One day, forehead will touch the floor before your pinky fingers. Once you're down there, keep the arms active. So walk the right hand forward, left hand forward. Continuously sitting your hips back towards the heels. Towards pressing into the mat. Lengthening from your fingertips all the way to your lower back. And change. Inhale brings you all the way up with a nice long spine. Arms along your side, take a breath. And then sitting up on your knees for camel. So we're flowing right through the next few. So coming into camel, here you're taking 6 to 8 inches between your knees. Palms come to your lower back, elbows squeeze in towards one another, shoulder blades squeeze in towards one another. Heart is lifted as you begin to look back for that back wall. So being mindful of your lower back here, working to feel this first in your upper back and middle back. So heart is lifted, shoulder blades are squeezing as you look back. If you can see halfway down the wall behind you and you want to move forward, if you don't want to, you can stay here. You're getting all the benefits. But if you're moving forward, right hand, right foot. Left hand, left foot. Hips are pressing forward, sternum is lifting towards the ceiling as you continuously look back for those toes. And change. Slowly come out one hand at a time. Take your time. Sit back on your heels. Take the breath first before you move into rabbit. Beautiful. So knees come together. Use a towel if you have or something if you need to get a nice tight grip on your heels. Moving into rabbit, body comes back. Chin comes into your chest and you curl down. So you're curling, rounding all the way down. Crown of your head comes to the floor, forehead comes to your knees, and lift your hips up towards the sky. Use your hands to keep your heels together. Hips are lifting towards the ceiling. Forehead and knees are no longer touching. Maybe walk the right knee forward once, left knee forward once. Lift those hips up just a little bit higher. And change. Slowly round out, stacking your vertebrae, so taking your time. Head, chin come up last as you take a breath. And turn around to lie down, Shavasana. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And we have another sit up. Let's make it strong. Legs together, arms overhead. Cross your thumbs, flex your feet, tighten your seat. Deep breath in. Sit up. Double direct, double exhale. Nice. Turn around to sit on your knees. Second set of that flow. So you're sitting on your knees. Hips are back towards the heels. Inhale, your arms overhead, palms to prayer. Press your thumbs, body comes back. So just finding that little bit of a back bend, engaging the back muscles, and then use the strength of your back to bring your body down with a nice long spine. So lengthening all the way down. Forehead will one day touch the floor before the pinky fingers. Nice. Once you're down there, arms are active. Walk the right hand forward, left hand forward. Hips are sitting back towards the heel, so lengthening from your fingertips all the way back to your hips. Nice long spine. Keep your forehead or your pinky fingers as your anchor. Do not move your anchor as you take a nice deep breath. Feel the breath expand the backside body. Exhale as you keep your anchor, sit your hips back a little bit further. Nice, and change. Inhale brings you all the way up with a nice flat back. Take your time. Arms along your side, take a breath. And flowing it right into camel. So sitting up on your knees, palms come to your lower back. This time, 8 to 10 inches between your knees. If you'd like, palms to your lower back, elbows squeeze in towards one another. Shoulder blades squeeze in towards one another as if you have a pencil in between your shoulder blades you're trying to hold on to. Heart is lifted as you begin to look back for that back wall. Beautiful. If you can see halfway down the wall and you want to move forward, right hand to right foot. Left hand to left foot. Nice tight grip on those heels if you have it. Hips are pressing forward. Sternum is lifting up towards the ceiling. Looking back for those toes. Make sure those hips are pressing forward. Elbows squeezing towards one another. Shoulder blades squeezing towards one another. Heart is lifting. And change. Slowly come out one hand at a time. Take your time. Sit back on the heels. Take that breath. Find that stillness. Letting go of whatever it is you're holding on to before you move forward into rabbit. Beautiful. Then moving forward into rabbit, get that tight grip on your heels. Knees are together now. Hips are back towards the heels. Thumbs are on the outside. Body comes back. Chin comes to chest and you round down. Chin's tight into the chest. Crown of the head comes to the floor. Forehead to knees. Lift those hips towards the sky. So you're using those hands to keep the heels together. There's minimal body weight in the head. Only about 10% of the body weight's in the head. The strength is in the legs. So you're pressing your shins into your mat. Hips are lifting towards the sky. Maybe walking that right knee in once, left knee in once, getting that forehead knee connection if you don't have it. Lift those hips a little bit higher. And change. Slowly round out. Take your time. Stack your vertebrae. Once you're at the top, take a breath. And turn around, slide down, Shavasana. In the home stretch, we have one set of stretching, breathing, and you're off to enjoy your evening. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And we have another sit up. Let's make it strong. Legs together, arms overhead. Cross your thumbs, flex your feet, tighten your seat. Deep breath in. Sit up, double jerk, double exhale. Nice. Turn around to face the front. We have our first and only set of stretching. So you're extending the right leg out, bending into the left leg. So the sole of the left foot touches the inside of the right thigh. Inhale your arms overhead, interlace all 10 fingers, rotate your body over that right leg and round down to grab that right foot from underneath. Thumbs are below the toes. Here you can bend into the knee as much as you need to get the forehead and knee connection. So heels energizing forward, toes are coming back towards your face. So using those thumbs to get the toes towards you. Maybe elbows are coming down and around the calf, maybe rolling into the left slightly. Heel forward. The toes back. And change. Slowly reverse out. And we'll take it to the other side. Extend the left leg out, bend into the right leg. So the right foot touches the inside of the thigh. And begin to round down. Grabbing that left foot from underneath. Thumbs are included. Forehead and knee are connected. Heels energizing forward. Toes are coming back. Elbows down and around the calf as you maybe roll slightly into the right. One more time, heel forward, toes back, that nice stretch through the calf. And change, slowly round out. Send both legs out in front of you, lie down. As soon as the shoulders touch the floor, sit up. Double jerk, double exhale, karate chop those big and second toes. Walk your hips out, get both sits bones on the floor. Here we're thinking forehead to toe. So the first two parts was forehead to knee. Now it's forehead to toe. So inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you deepen. So nice long spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. One more time. Deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you deepen. And change. Slowly reverse out. Turn around, lie down. Very quick Shavasana before we have our twist and our final breathing exercise. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And second to last sit-up. Let's make it strong. Legs together, arms overhead. Cross your thumbs, flex your feet, tighten your seat. Deep breath in. Sit up, double jerk, double exhale. Nice, stay facing whichever way you're facing. You could bend into the left leg. Right leg comes up and over. So the sole of the right foot is in line with that left knee. That right arm is behind you. It's your kickstand. So you're pressing into the mat. As you inhale, the left arm up and over, working to grab that left knee on the floor. So press into the mat. As you inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time, deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale as you twist. And change, slowly reverse out. And we'll take it to the other side. So this time bending into the right leg. Left leg comes up and over. Left arm's behind you as your kickstand this time. So you're pressing into the mat with that left hand as you inhale, the right arm up and over. Working to grab that right knee on the floor. Press into the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale as you twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One last deep inhale to lengthen. Exhale as you twist. And change, slowly reverse out. Lie down, very quick Shavasana. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And we have our final sit-up. Let's make it strong. Legs together. Arms overhead. Cross your thumbs. Flex your feet. Tighten your seat. Deep breath in. Sit up. Double jerk. Double exhale. Nice. Turn around to sit on your knees. Our final breathing exercise. Kapalabhati breathing. So you can sit on your knees if that's okay for you. Arms are locked out on your legs. That nice long spine. If you're sitting with your legs crossed, arms out to either side of you, still creating that nice long spine. I'll clap you through them, count you through the last few, and then we'll pick up the pace. We're going to flow right into the faster set. So begin by lengthening through the spine, relaxing your belly. Take a deep breath in, and we begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Double time. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Bow to yourselves. Honor yourself. Seal off your practice whatever way you'd like as you turn around to lie down for your final Shavasana. Here you can take a little bit more space up on your mat. Legs are further apart, arms further away from your body. Maybe your eyes are closed. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Know you can always come back to your breath, whether you're in a class, in the studio, at home, wherever you are, out in everyday life, your breath is always there for you. Take as much time here in Shavasana as you can, as you need. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I really appreciate your patience with me. It's the first time I've done a Zoom class and really enjoyed having you all here. Hope to see you all soon. Namaste.